Hello, and welcome to the rooms in St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. Bonjour et bienvenue à The Rooms à St. John's, Terre-Neuve et Labrador. Je m'appelle Zoe Vallée. My name is Zoe Vallée, and I will be your host today as we explore the exhibits and enjoy performances from students representing their cultures from all over the world, here at Sharing Our Cultures 2018. This webcast is coming to your school from the beautiful and spacious rooms. The theme for Sharing Our Cultures 2018 is music, dance, and stories. We will take you to visit display booths that are spread out across the third floor. We will also visit the theater here at the rooms to see demonstrations of music, dance, and storytelling. It's going to be an exciting and informative hour, so let's get started. On Sunday, the opening ceremonies for Sharing Our Culture 2018 took place in the Theater of the Rooms. Our cameras were there, and we have this highlight package.
On behalf of the Sharing Our Cultures organization, I'd like to welcome you all. Thank you so much. We greatly appreciate you are taking time this morning. You chose to come and share with us this day the opening of our 19th annual Sharing Our Cultures event. Thank you so much.
It's certainly a pleasure for me to be here at the opening ceremony of Sharing Our Cultures. Certainly pleased as well to bring greetings on behalf of Premier Dwight Ball and the provincial government. The celebration showcases our respect for diverse cultures that make Newfoundland and Labrador a place that all of us can call home. And this year's theme is music, and dance, and stories. What a fun and educational way for all of us, especially students, to learn from our fellow Newfoundlanders and Labradorians of diverse cultural backgrounds. Sharing Our Cultures is all about acceptance, understanding, fostering cross-cultural collaboration, and creating an appreciation for the cultural diversity that we now find in this province. And today is the beginning of Multiculturalism Week, a time for us to take a moment to remind each other that everyone belongs in Newfoundland and Labrador.
If you look at where we are today in the rooms, a building that was built to celebrate culture and heritage, and when you look at events like this to enhance the culture and heritage of our city, of our province, and to look at how far we've come in terms of that over the years, it's certainly a truly great thing to see. And if you look at the last page in your brochure, you'll see a proclamation that I signed last Monday, and we use a little slogan at the bottom, the City of Legends. And the City of Legends sometimes refers to stories, sometimes refers to buildings and properties. Most of all, it's a reflection of the people. And the people of the city are made up of communities and neighborhoods, and most of all, the people that occupy the city, and what multiculturalism has done to enhance our culture, our heritage, our city is truly magnificent, and it's something that we see every day, and we're so proud of how our city is being enriched by your presence in it.
We'd like
to
officially ouvrir
open
à la
Sharing
découverte
Our
de nos
Cultures
cultures.
2018. So, ladies and gentlemen, your 2018 Sharing Our Cultures, most of them students, are here. Let's welcome them. So they will come out and they will stand at the stairs just between levels 3 and 2, so you get an opportunity to see them with their flag.
I'm here with these two lovely ladies doing their presentation on Cameroon.
Hi, my name is Milka.
Hi, my name is Arlette.
Thank you. And what is your presentation entailing?
Our presentation is about Cameroon dance. Cameroon is in the west coast of Africa, and we're gonna talk about the popular dance in Cameroon. It's called Makusa dance, and when they dance, they usually wear this thing around their hips for like when they belly dance, and they also have like in their knees and their elbows. And when they dance, like they just like belly dance like around, and they play drums, and also like they wear face masks around their like face.
Do you have anything to add to that? Thank you.
Cameroon have 200 traditional dance in there. So we choose this one because this is the most popular dance in Cameroon.
Awesome. And do you have any demonstrations for us?
Yeah, we're gonna show you how to make this.
And show you a little bit of the dance. And I will show you guys a little bit of the dance and how to make this.
Awesome. Thank you. Go for it.
And to make this, you take a piece of the grass. This is actually a dry grass. You take a piece of them, you make them look the same. And then you make a line over here. And then you take it, you put through the line. And then you take the spot over here, you put inside the circle. And then you pull it out. And then you tie it. And then it became like that. And then you keep going on adding the right way.
Yeah, this is not finished, but yeah, that's how we make it.
And is there any other traditional garb that you wear with these scarves? Do you know of?
Yes, the clothes, and they also tie their hair when they're doing the dance, but I don't have the hair tied today, so yeah.
Thank you. And do you have a dance demonstration for us or with some music?
Yes, I can show you guys a little bit of the dance.
Thank you. Amazing. Thank you so much. Now, we will have a performance from Eastern Owl, a women's First Nations drum group.
So thank you very much for having us. We're going to do a sweet little song called The Drum Song. Now we're going to do one of our original songs that we wrote when we were traveling in Labrador, and the song is called Section 95. So when we first started, it was all drum songs, and then we started adding more and more instruments to our drum songs, and then we started experimenting and taking instruments away. So this song only has a little shaker, so it's a little bit of a quiet. Some of our songs are very loud, and this one just so happens to be very quiet. Just things that happen when you're a band for a very long time. All the way broke out. back to me. Never come round back to me. Way up, hey ya ho, way up, hey ya ho, way up, hey ya ho, way up, hey up, hey up. In the winter time, down comes the snow. When the fire burns down, new things grow. But you'll never come round after you go. Never come round after you go. Way up, hey ya ho, way up, hey ya ho, way up, hey ya ho, way up, hey yo, way hey ya ho, way hey ya hey yo, way hey ya ho, way hey ya hey yo. And the sun comes down from the wind. When the house comes down, I go again. And you'll never quite know what it meant. Never quite know what it meant. Way up, hey ya ho, way up, hey ya ho, way up, hey ya ho, way up, hey yo, way hey ya ho, way hey ya hey yo, way ya ho, way hey ya hey yo. And the wind still blows from the east, and the river still flows to the sea. You still never come round back to me. Never come round back to me. Never can know what it meant. Never can know what it meant. Way up, hey ya ho, way up, hey ya ho, way up, hey ya ho, way up, hey yo. Way ya ho, hey ya ho, way ya ho, hey ya hey yo.
Here we have a presentation from Nigeria on folktales.
Hi, my name is Mizan Oyed.
And my name is Wara Alabi, and we are both from Nigeria, and we did a presentation on folktales where we chose 2 stories to tell the children, and we let them choose. So the story we decided to tell is, one of them is...
The Dog and His Mother. So this folktale is about a great famine that happens in Western Africa, and then this dog and his mother find a place that they can hide with a lot of food there, and then one day a turtle follows them there and then ends up cracking his shell in the end.
So it all starts in, so I'm going to start the story. So it all started in Western Africa, and there was a huge famine, and no one had anything to eat. So they all had a meeting, and they all decided that they were going to eat their mothers, which to a dog, this one dog, he decided like this is not right. So he hides his mother in the sky.
Every day he would go to this spot and sing a special song that only he and his mother knew. Then she would send down a rope and he would climb up, and she would have a feast prepared for him every time. Then one day, after doing this a bunch of times, a turtle decides he's going to follow the dog because the dog always looked so healthy and he was always leaving the group. So he follows the dog and sees him singing this song, and then he sees him climbing up into the sky. So the next day, he goes to the same spot and sings the song, and the mother lets down the rope and starts pulling him up. And then the dog, the actual dog, comes and sees the turtle climbing up the rope and sings the song to his mother saying he's not the one climbing the rope and she needs to cut it down.
And so the mother brought out a pair of scissors and cuts the rope, and it sends the turtle crashing down onto the ground, and what had been his smooth, shiny shell was now in pieces and everywhere. So even though he managed to get them glued back together in place, his beautiful shell was now cracked forever, and that story is just kind of to give reason as to why the turtle has cracks in its shell. It's not really to explain why it does, because that's just the way turtles are, but it gives it some purpose.
That's awesome. Was there anything that you learned yourselves from doing the research for this project, maybe?
Well, I learned a bunch of new folktales because I knew a few, but I didn't know as many as I do now. Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you very much. All right. Coming up, we have a behind-the-scenes workshop with the Sharing Our Cultures representatives, helping the students prepare their display booths.
To assist students in preparing their booths for Sharing Our Culture's 2018 theme of music, dance, and stories, several workshops were held at Memorial University. The high school students were mentored by MUN students and special guests who helped them focus their topics and hone their presentation skills.
Prior to sharing a culture studying, a lot of the students who are from diverse cultural backgrounds here didn't have an opportunity to actually share their culture, to have an opportunity to reflect on their own culture, particularly when they're away from their own home. And usually there isn't as many people within the community that can help them and support them to maintain their traditions, their customs, their language as well. So it gives them an opportunity because every year we choose a theme. This year the theme is music, dance, and stories. So they have an opportunity to think, who's the most important, author in our country? Who's won the Nobel Prize? So who's important? Who's a singer that's well known, is internationally known, recognized. Or they can think of a dance. So some people have already come up with a salsa dance. So with the salsa dance, they have to give the instructions, like how do you do it, when is it done, a little bit of a history behind it. Some people have chosen Bob Marley because he's part of the Jamaican culture and is very important. So they've done that. So it helps them reflect on their own culture. And then once they've done that, they can have an opportunity to share that.
When I do this, I get to find out more about Nigeria because I wasn't born there. I was born here because my parents moved here before I was born. And so I don't know all that much about Nigeria. So when I get to do this, I get to learn a lot more information about it.
It's very rewarding and meaningful for us to share our own culture. Though I'm with the French group, but I still like to share the French culture to everybody else.
When I was in Sharing Our Cultures, everyone, even though they're from different countries or cities, it's worked like a family. So it makes me feel I'm back to my home.
After December's initial workshop, the students returned in March to add the finishing touches to their presentations.
Part of the Sharing Our Cultures program is to help the students develop or enhance special skills, life skills, academic skills, social-cultural skills. So today is a presentation workshop or public speaking skills workshop today. And they are going to look through their displays, which they've already done. So they enter the program in September. And just early March, they get an opportunity to prepare a presentation based on the theme. So this year's theme is music, dance, and stories. So they've chosen what they want to present. So today, they're actually going to take a look at the information, and they're going to try to find a way in which they could summarize it. They can make it exciting. So we already had a presentation on effective public speaking, a way in which they're supposed to demonstrate their passion and let that draw people in, because this is in preparation for them actually presenting and showcasing their cultures when we're at the rooms on March 18th to 20th. So this is what they've been doing here today. It's been an opportunity also for them to be mentored by MUN international students who've given up their time to come in and facilitate each of the small groups and get them to think ways in which they're going to be more familiar with their information and how they're going to present it confidently, clearly, and communicate well.
We're telling a story about a famous singer who had a lot of experience about singing and writing songs and been over a lot of problems, but he proved that he was good at stuff, and he kept pushing his dreams forward, and his dream became true.
We have been working on our project. It's about Tamang Sholo dance. It's usually created in my country, a community called Dampu. So we are doing there, and we're here, we're having good experience.
Yeah, and Tamang is our last name too, right? And we have our own language. Tamang people have their own language and own dance, and we're just gonna talk about that.
Well, it's interesting to see the different cultures, but also they look different on the outside, but with how people act for different countries. But once you get to know them, everyone's the same.
I am very pleased with the opportunity. I'm very pleased with what I see here today, and the enthusiasm and excitement about it is really great, because that's what we want actually, for them to then take that energy and passion into the event in March.
Kiduku wanachezaje? Wanachezaje? Kibega wanachezaje? Wanachezaje? Mabawa wanachezaje? Wanachezaje? Gololo wanachezaje? Wanachezaje? Mangu mangu wanachezaje? Wanachezaje? Kisingeri wanachezaje? Wanachezaje? Sangoro wanachezaje? Wanachezaje? Malewa wanachezaje? Wanachezaje? Shororo wanachezaje? Wanachezaje?
We now have a dance presentation from Nepal.
Yeah, my name is Prashad and her name is Bandana and Sasi. We're from Nepal and we're doing about Tamang Cholo dance. Our three of us last name is Tamang. The good thing about being Tamang in our country is we have our own dance, and it was like created in called Kaski in Nepal. It was like Tamang community. There's like population about 2,700 like that. And so, yeah, we're doing about Tamang Cholo dance. And we usually use instrument called dompu in this solo dance, but we don't have like, it kind of looks like that, but the small version. So yeah, Bandana is gonna performance in that, and like she will show us how it's gonna be look like, yeah.
Awesome. So you guys are going to dance for us? Yep. All right, go for it. Thank you. What an amazing performance. Thank you. Now we have from Holy Heart, an African Zumba group.
Kader Keita. Zokora DJ Maestro. Apene position man tole kama danse ma ibelele. Apene position man pour que tu bouges ma ibelele. Ibrahim Dakpogan. Funky design. Je peux décaler la première. La biriguinde, mbaka guluwe. Tu gardes mon nom, comme je te donne des billets. Bas sur le guluwe, bas pré. Beno par-ci, beno par-là. Jalousie à que loué, maman à la coupe tout. Ce n'est pas ma faute. À la camidi, maman va te sekata et boro. Y'a le danger. Dans la costa. Beno, faut pas les écouter. Aïe aïe aïe. Ma naissance Clarisse Beno. Pas les écouter. Akolo. Y'a le danger. Wish manager. Beno. Pas les écouter. Osez ce petit bébé. Quelle que soit la couleur du mouton, la tabaski aura lieu. Hey! DJ Diamix. Armando MC. Anissé Bizou, hey, n'a plus de goût, Madaka Bouzou, Yamaka Loumé, tout le monde est hey. DJ dans swing à DJ cyclone. Ah, faut pas me fatiguer. Pas pressé, hein, doucement, c'est Brunel. Faut pas me compliquer. Allons-y, mollo, hein. Annika Chocoy. Président Jaguar. Katagoudou, 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 katagoudou. Mario Salazar. Ta, doudou, ta. Sigay, segeta.
I hope you enjoyed that performance as much as I did, because now we're going to actually learn how to do some dance. How are you guys doing?
Hi, I'm good.
And what kind of dance are we learning here now today?
Oh, well, we will be doing Zumba dance, so it's like mix African dance Zumba, so we're just waiting for our music to come.
Awesome. All right. Hi.
Zumba, right?
Hi, and your name is?
Anon. And I'm Divine. I'm Milka.
And I'm Arlette.
Thank you. All right. I'm ready when you are.
Sorry.
That's okay. Thank you so much. Now we'll be moving to a sing-along of Swahili and Newfoundland folk songs.
Jambo, jambo bwana, habari gani? Nzuri sana, wageni wakaribishwa, Kenya yetu hakuna matata. Okay, that's it. So now we're gonna teach you guys the words, and y'all gonna sing along. Okay. So first we have Jambo, and what does that mean in Swahili?
Hello.
Hello. Jambo bwana, hello sir, right? Habari gani, mzuri sana. Okay, let's start. Jambo. Jambo. Jambo bwana. Jambo bwana. Habari gani. Habari gani. Mzuri sana, is that right? Yeah. Mzuri sana. Wageni. Wakaribishwa. You do.
Canada.
Canada. Okay, Canada. I'm Suri Sana.
Yeah.
I'm Suri Sana. All right, let's do it. Let's see if we can all do it together. Okay. You guys remember that? Should we go over one more time? One more time. Okay. Jambo bwana. Habari gani mzuri sana. Wageni wakaribishwa. Kenya yetu hakuna matata. Okay, one more time. Jambo bwana. Habari gani mzuri sana. Wageni wakaribishwa. Kenya yetu hakuna matata. I think you guys on the last one, the last part, but all right, let's do it from the top. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Jambo bwana, habari gani mzuri sana. Wageni wakaribishwa. Kenya yetu hakuna matata. Jambo bwana, habari gani nzuri sana. Wageni wakaribishwa. Kenya yetu hakuna matata. One more time, let's go. All right. Should we try it one more time? All right, I think now we can do Eyes to Buy. We'll introduce some African drumming to Eyes to Buy. Have a new spin on the song. Eyes to Buy that builds the boat, and eyes to Buy that sails her, eyes to Buy that catches the fish and brings her home to Liza. Hip your partner Sally Thibault, hip your partner Sally Brown, Fogo, Twillingate, Morton's Harbor, all around the circle. I don't want your maggoty fish, that's no good for winter. I can buy as good as that down in Bonavista. Vista. Yeah, that's it.
During the opening ceremonies, 2 students shared their stories, and we have those for you now.
In 2016, August, we flew from Tanzania, Dar es Salaam, to Swiss, then to Toronto, till in St. John's. My being in Canada helps me a lot with my future because it's a safety place as a security. We did the Pathway to Success Newfoundland program at Memorial University, which took probably almost 1 year with Jennifer Selby, Ali Bakshi, and so on. And that was helping us the ideas about what we may be able to do in our future after our high school program, giving us the connections with important people as the mentors. Myself, Gobina, my wonderful mentor, and I think she's here. Thank you. With them, we did many activities which makes me to have more experiences about Canada, such as bowling games, sliding, They are supporting us with the schools and encouraging us to reach our dreams in the future, and helps us to success in our school projects, quizzes, homeworks, and so on. Therefore, I want to thank all of them as the pathways to success workers. Please, big thanks to all of you.
Je m'appelle Billy Benoit, je vis à la Grande Terre sur la péninsule de Port-au-Port. Je vais vous parler de mes passe-temps. Pendant l'été, j'aime nager dans un ruisseau dans la forêt qu'on appelle The Big Cradle. Pour s'y rendre, ça prend environ 5 minutes à pied. On suit une piste qui se trouve en arrière de ma maison. Ma mère, mes amis et moi souvent allaient au Big Cradle. Le ruisseau est entouré d'une plage. Lorsqu'on a fini de nager, on peut faire un feu pour se réchauffer ou bien juste relaxer. Quand on saute dans l'eau, c'est un peu froid, mais après un certain temps, ça se réchauffe. Si tu entres dans l'eau très calmement, tu pourras et peut-être voir des petites truites qui nagent. J'adore nager, surtout au Big Cradle.
I'm here with the founder and CEO of Sharing Our Cultures, and together we would like to thank the sponsors: CBC Radio Canada, Conseil scolaire francophone provincial de Terre-Neuve et Labrador, the Department of Education and Early Childhood Education, the Government of Canada, Memorial University of Newfoundland, the Office of Immigration and Multiculturalism, Advanced Education, Skills and Labor, Newfoundland and Labrador English School District, Newfoundland and Labrador Teachers Association, the Rooms Corporation of Newfoundland and Labrador, and last but not least, today's webcast is made possible by Memorial University's Center for Innovation in Teaching and Learning. Why did you start this program?
Well, I started this program because after I conducted a study of the psychosocial needs of new immigrant and refugee children in this province, I realized from the findings that a number of them were having difficulty integrating into school. So I brought them together for a workshop and with local students and newcomer students, and they decided that we should have an opportunity to share our cultures. So that's how our Share Cultures came to be. Yeah.
That's awesome. And how do you think this can benefit the students of local Newfoundland?
Oh, I think it'll benefit them a lot in the sense that, well, for grade 6 students, part of their social studies curriculum is exploring world cultures, but a lot of them never have an opportunity to meet people from the cultures they're learning. So this gives them an opportunity to do that. And also for the students who are here, high school youth, they get to learn leadership skills, interpersonal skills, they work together, they develop friendships, and I think that's really of value to young people.
That's awesome. And moving on from local students, do you think that the Rooms is a good place to put off this event? Is this why you chose the Rooms? Because it is a center of Newfoundland culture, and you're bringing different cultures now to the center of St. John's.
Right? Well, I think it's the perfect place. It's a cultural space. It's a space where it's a public space. So we usually have Sharing Our Cultures for 3 days. So the first day is a Sunday, and it's open to the public. Because we feel that it is important for the public to be aware of the number of diverse cultures that are represented in the province, and that keeps increasing each year. But also that some students will come to the Rooms who will probably never have an opportunity to be here with their family. So once they come here and they're engaged with other newcomer students here, then they can go back home and bring their families along. And I think that's great, because I think every person in the province should have an opportunity to be at the Rooms and to experience the culture of the province, whether it's the well-established cultures or the newcomer cultures.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Now, a performance from Holy Heart Choir, Music and Friends.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Robert Coburn, and I'm the choral director at Holy Heart. And I'm very tall, and this microphone is very short, so I'm going to lift the whole stand. How about that? So Lloydetta asked us to put together a piece for the Sharing Our Cultures event, and we decided to put together a Newfoundland song, actually. So the song you're about to hear is Music and Friends, originally recorded by Seminai. Hands up how many people have heard this song before. Of course, we all love Music and Friends. So we're going to do a little play on it, though. We're going to sing it. We have a couple of soloists as well, and we're accompanied by guitar and by violin. But in the middle of the song, you're going to hear different languages. You're going to hear some students from Holy Heart come out and say the words Music and Friends in their own language. So we're really looking forward to kind of putting an international spin on this traditional Newfoundland classic. So we hope you enjoy. Thank you.
I've done a lot of living and I found no matter where you go, the whole world's round. They always go together hand in hand. Where there's one, there'll be the other. Music and friends. Music and friends. It's so good to bring together music and friends. Side by side, no one can break them when we take the time to make them. Where there's one, there'll be the other. Music and friends. When blue skies turn to gray and hide the sun, with tired hands their daily work now done, nothing seems to turn things round again and make the old world right like music and friends. Music and friends. It's so good to bring together music and friends. Side by side, no one can break them when we take the time to make them. Where there's one, there'll be the other. Music and friends. Musik und Freunde.
La musique et les amis.
Musika at kaibigan.
音樂同朋友。
音樂和朋友。
Musiki e filhos. Miziki na marafiki.
Nyimbo dia bwenzi.
Isilimba na bisambo.
Música e amigos.
موسيقى ومحززنا. Music and friends. Music and friends. It's so good to bring together music and friends. Side by side, no one can break them when we take the time to make them. When there's one, there'll be the other. Music and friends.
Now, a presentation on Chinese shadow puppets.
Hi.
What's your name?
My name is Andrea, and I represent China for this time. We choose stories for the theme of us today because there is a really long history in China that we have very much stories on different festivals. And we have shadow puppet today for the Chinese traditional New Year. And the shadow puppet will tell us that how the traditional came. And there is also other festival on our display board like Mid-Autumn Festival and the Chinese traditional Valentine's Day. And there is also 12 zodiac that different animal represents different year, like it is dark year this year. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Let's take a look at the shadow puppets.
According to the legend, in the ancient era, there was a beast with a blue face and sharp claws. It lived deep in the jungle, and people called it Nian. It came out of the jungle to humans' village for food at the end of winter every year. Fish and livestock found by it would be eaten, the elders and kids as well. After it got full, it would return to its jungle and didn't wake up until next year. In this way, Nian came to the village years around, which made everyone panic every winter. John's village was attacked by Nian every year. His families were all eaten when it came last year. He abhorred the monster, but he could do nothing to it. In the end of winter this year, people in the village took elders and children out of the village to avoid Nian. There came a begging old man holding a crutch, carrying a bag on his back, with his white beard fluttering in the wind. People were busy with packing baggage, locking their doors and windows. The air was filled with shouting and screaming. Nobody paid attention to him. When the old man walked through John's house, John came out and gave him some food.
Hey, they still have food inside the house. Go and follow those people when you get full.
Could you please let a lonely old man sleep over for one night?
Don't you know Nian is coming? People are living with their family right now. You should go with them.
After hearing this old man just smiled and stroked his beard without saying anything.
Well, come in, please.
Thank you. You are such a kind young man. Staying with me. You do not have to be afraid of anything tonight.
The old man took off his bag and took out 2 long red paper.
Could you please put this red paper on the door?
Why do we need to stick the red paper?
Just put them on, my son.
John put those red papers symmetrically on the door, just as the old man said.
Kind young man, I feel a little cold. Could you please burn the bamboos for me to warm me up?
John started to burn them immediately. When the sky faded, Nian came out of the jungle. When it swaggered into the village, it found out that every door was shut.
Now, a presentation on Canadian Inuit drumming. I'm here with
Rebecca Shar,
Peter Gita, Daniel Saunders.
Thank you so much, and you're here to give a presentation.
Yes, so we're representing Canada. It's very important for us to remember and acknowledge our Indigenous cultures, our Aboriginal cultures, because they were our first peoples, and that is a very important part of Canada. So we are demonstrating Inuit drumming here today, and the boys will demonstrate how to do it. So the drum is played differently than what you're used to seeing. We don't play on the face. We actually play on the other side, and we play on the rim of the drum. That swaying motion that the boys are doing, that's the basic movement of Inuit drumming. But Inuit drummers are also known as drum dancers. So they will also incorporate dance movements that mimic the animals around them. So for example, you might see them kind of flicking their feet back and forth like a caribou would do when they walk in the snow. You might see them do a little hop forward like this, like a crow would hop. Other things you might see them mimic are polar bears playing together, things like that. And that's just to honor the animal. The sound of the drum, that represents the heartbeat of the animal. Because traditionally our drums, as you can see in our picture here, I don't know if it's close enough, but the drums did traditionally used to be made of animal skin. Therefore, it's believed that the drum is carrying the spirit of that animal. And that's why we honor the animals so much in our music. So, Peter, if you want to describe what the drum used to be traditionally made of, then
Traditionally, the drum the face of the drum would be made out of caribou hide and walrus skin. The rim right here would be made out of driftwood. The handle and the stick would be made out of bone. The black part right here would traditionally be made out of sealskin, and it would make this sound instead of this sound, which the first one sounds a lot better. So that's how the drums would be made. So.
And we make them today with just this man-made material because the material is easier to access from a craft store and things like that. So, yeah.
And are you guys going to do a demonstration for us?
Yeah, well, we can let's all three of us do it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this informational event as much as I did. Goodbye. Au revoir.